We just finished week 1, man. Post-game review. We got another one, dog.
Yes, indeed.
We got another post-Ravens game review.
Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas
Ravens
City
Nation.
Chiefs. I'm pretty sure I predicted it, last week. I'm like, it's going to be the biggest opening game in history, yo. Ratings-wise. I believe that. You can just feel it. And, I mean, the AFC Championship game was the biggest one. I think I was like, I guarantee that one going to be the largest. It's Lamar, it's Pat.
The two best quarterbacks.
We don't want to hear y'all other goofy rankings where y'all
trying
to.
The
two best quarterbacks in the league, man.
Played out in similar fashion too. Honestly,
yeah, similar.
This game we
just
just
a few
watched.
more points.
Golly,
yeah.
Lamar, but let's roll into it, man. How y'all wanna?
Let's start it off with. So we did our predictions last week,
right?
And we were off, of course.
I was off.
Closest one I think is Zay as far as like the distance in score. We were all off because we were over as far as what we thought the Ravens were going to have.
I think I said like 27 or 21 to 7. I thought we was going to
24-7, something like that.
Yeah,
24-7. Yeah, field goal and then
had
3 touchdowns.
17 or something like that. And you
had
it
27-23.
Yeah, closer game. So it was around that closer range. Of course, unfortunately, our guys lost. But let's go ahead and let's do a breakdown how we did. This is the post-game breakdown. So we could start off with the electric that we got to feel in that first quarter, man. We finally got to see what that run game could look like. We got out and
scored fast, bro.
We got to see what that run game could look like.
Ricard was out there. Derrick Henry out there shaking and baking. Stocky runs. Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's about to get crazy.
The heavy package, bro.
Yeah.
What you call it? The husky package.
The husky package, yo. That's only for swole individuals, that package, yo.
Yeah, the run package is crazy on that one, though. When you have Project Pat with Lamar, with Henry in the backfield as well, oh, man. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Somebody is getting cooked on that play.
And as we said, like even like when I first drive, remember we was like, how do you stick Lamar on them short yardage joints? And you got to pay attention to Henry and Ricard, and it worked to perfection on the first drive.
Yeah.
Things got a little weird after that, but we'll get into all that. But I'm like, the line.
Let's go ahead.
Going through.
Let's go, because the first drive we got the touchdown. We looked pretty good. We thought we was gonna blow them out a little bit. We was feeling good. We was both hype. We was all hyping. We was hyping here. And then the Chiefs got the ball. Holy moly, bro! Took the ball right upfield on us. It wasn't even that long.
It was fast, bro.
Quick. And then Worthy
fast
on the quick run, reverse run or whatever.
Well,
oh, man.
Noah was looking sketchy in the beginning because, like, I can't slander the defense because they did stand strong in this game in a lot of scenarios. But, like, and I love Roquan. I love Trent Simpson. Number 40, though. I don't know what was going on with the linebacker play at first. They was cooking y'all out there, bro. Like, we got to tighten that up. I love y'all. I believe Trent Simpson and Roquan going to be some of the top linebackers this year, but that was atrocious. We got to get that together, bro.
The only reason I wasn't OD tripping on that first drive is because the first thing I said was, listen, man, Andy Reid and them, they got their whole first drive play. Like, they mapped that out.
Yeah, they was doing reverses and all type of stuff.
Yeah, they've had that mapped out for weeks. Like they've been and they ran it to perfection. So it's like, and that's what they kind of did in the first game. Like
it's literally the same thing they did in the first game.
And the game got to settle down. Like so, I wasn't like, oh my gosh. It was like, all right, they came and scored. Now we was talking 2 minutes though. We was like, all right, yo.
Yeah.
2 minutes is ridiculous, yo. Yeah. Like, come on now.
Quick.
Yeah, it was quick.
Got that ball moving downfield, man. Middle of the field was barbecue chicken all day, honestly.
Barbecue chicken. They were running all over top of you guys, bro.
The middle, I'm saying the middle when he was throwing that ball.
Yeah, that too.
Them short passes. What's his number 4? My man, Rashee Rice, yo.
Rashee Rice?
Yes. Him, yo. He was going crazy on us. And Worthy, of course, he got us with that run at the end. But next drive, we started to see what we was about to talk about, the offensive line. The youth of our offensive line, yo. Bro. We got a young offensive line.
Tighten up, fellas.
This was the variable that I talked about in our Ravens Huddle episodes, bro. I talked about this and I said I didn't know how our line was going to look, and it was young. Yeah. Zay pointed it out. I was getting frustrated at first. I was saying blow it all up. I wanted to get everybody out of there.
I was like the only reason you don't overly tripped. You got to give it some time because the one thing that grows
this game
to
won.
me the most out of anything in the NFL as far as position, like the line played.
Yes.
Especially since they stopped letting you hit as much in the offseason. Like ever since then, a lot of lines start off pretty slow, yo. And then you gotta let them grow. But the good thing is the line is young, is relatively young.
Good
so
upside.
you're like, yeah, you gotta see the upside. And as the game went on, we'll get to
They
it.
got better. They started to progress.
Better.
They had better. They had good moments throughout the game. They had good moments throughout.
I was saying, like I was like, yo, they playing against Chris
And
Jones
they playing
and
against
Spagnuolo.
Chris Jones, bro.
And Chris Jones is looking crazy early.
Filet was barbecue chicken out there, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, the inside of the offensive line was really bad. Like, yo.
Filet and Void, was it, what's our man?
Lindenbaum was fighting for
What's our man we just picked up? Voorhees?
Yeah.
Him.
Granted, Lindenbaum,
he was on the ground.
Fresh.
Boy, welcome to the NFL. That was a welcome. Oh my God!
And I'll be honest.
Is he a second year? Or is he? I think he might actually be a second.
I think he's second, right?
Yeah, he is a second.
He's not,
year. My bad. He was hurt the
person-
first year, I think.
Maybe that might be right.
That's what it was. So this might be technically his rookie year. I don't know. Hit us in the comments if it is. But
and we saw Rosengarten get in.
Rosengarten was getting worked too a little bit.
Yeah.
He was getting
I ain't gonna lie. As far as old linemen,
getting work, bro.
I would love to have him on the pod one day. But Filet, yo, you becoming my least favorite offensive lineman, yo. Like, seriously, yo. Some of them plays was egregious.
You gotta get in front of the man,
Lamar
bro.
getting sniped out there, bro. Like, yo, you want this man to be great or not, yo?
Bro, come on.
Yo, the Lamar fumble, he was just going backwards. Like, yo, he's already on Lamar now.
Chris
yo.
Jones looked like he was about to have an all-time game at first, yo.
It was scary.
That was the shakiest thing about it, yo. It's
please, bro, get it tightened up just a little bit.
Yeah, and then what struck us most, because I guess I can't remember each play by play like that. What started to strike me most was the fact that we started to stray away from the run game
slowly but surely.
As
Why do we do that?
And they were
anytime
never
we
getting blown out.
Why do we do that? It's like we panic when we get down. If we not just stomping a mud hole into somebody,
yes.
what do we gotta
start
do?
doing stuff.
We just gonna do anything, bro. like no. It was honestly though this year it was much better.
They had Lamar turning into old Lamar where he had to just carry the
had to do what he had to do, man.
He was
My boy
crazy.
took it for
Bro,
a $120 today.
Lamar got the Matrix mode still, bro.
Let's roll through because I want to give him. I want to give it.
Let's give him love right now. The $120.
Yeah,
bro.
220 in the air with the only bad thing was the fumble, and that was not his fault. The pressure got on.
That was the line attacking him. He down like this.
And the missed throws at the end, you could kind of say that some of those throws was like, God damn, I wish we could have got those back.
The deep throws was the biggest grievance.
Deep
against,
ball.
My man's Lamar.
That's always been my thing.
Is that our receiver? Is that the premier receiver?
No, he definitely should have.
There's been a couple that he kind of. There was one he underthrew.
Who was the one at the very end of the game, yo? Since we just talking about it,
and listen, I don't want to cook him because
we not cooking him. We just
I'm just saying I want to make sure
game.
because he definitely played very well over
120 yards and
beast.
a touchdown pass
Beast.
with 220 is crazy.
Still does what no man can do, but like
my main thing since we're gonna stick with it, like he just looked composed, yo.
Mm-hmm. He never looked flustered. He got on his line. Remember that part? That was beautiful to see.
I like that Lamar.
He's vocal. He's letting people know. I would love to see what they was talking about in that halftime to get us, I guess, riled up.
Remind me of, remember that one game? Oh, man, I don't know if it was the Rams. It was one of them games, and they talked about how he went off in the locker room and came back and came out and won that joint. It's like, them dudes got you.
Sometimes you need to hear it.
Yeah.
Though. Sometimes you need to hear that. It'll light a fire under you.
He, overall, man, like, he was checking out of stuff. His pocket presence was really good, even with that pressure. Like,
amazing.
The throw to Likely when he escaped the pocket, reset. Well, he didn't fully reset, but he got his feet in order and hit the touchdown. Likely made an amazing run after the catch. But like Lamar, just to get to that position, fantastic. He didn't panic in that pocket tonight.
He broke a mental block. Remember, like last year, we was like, it's almost like Lamar feeding into the narrative. He he don't want to run no more. If it's like now, if it's like go, he like I'm getting out of there. Yo.
I really think
I'm not go. If one of them moments now, every time he pulled the trigger.
I think it's the weight thing. I think
he lost that weight.
That weight makes him feel lighter. He looks lighter.
Speaking about it last year.
Yeah.
He became a little heavy. He looked a little heavy, and it was like, yo, there's a few of them plays that he would have broke for a touchdown or like 50 yards that he was getting caught at about 20, 25, and we was like, it just
he lost his steps. He lost about 2 steps with that.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Too much, man.
I wasn't overly worried.
Now.
I was like, he just got to lose some weight because he still had the shaking ability and agility. He just wasn't able to have that. He didn't have that breakaway speed like
he got
that
now,
year.
bro.
He looked like
electric out there, man.
He had folks hitting each other about the. Hurting each other. That's old school Lamar. Having defenders hurting each other.
He gave the one guy that was breaking in on the left side the move before he even broke out of the backfield. Then the 2 linebackers crashed down.
Converged.
He gave one a little shoulder shimmy and slid, and then both of them ran into each other, flying over top of the back of him.
One
I'm
leaves
like,
the
bro,
field
in the Matrix
concussed.
mode. I feel like he really got like a moment where he could go into Max
MVP.
Payne
As far
slow
as
motion
running-wise,
mode.
first MVP Lamar.
Yeah.
Remember he was just shaking
Bro,
and
if he
baking.
get a 3-time MVP and the Super Bowl, like, yo, come on, bro.
Yeah, but
he gotta act like Ric Flair after that, yo.
what else? Oh, interesting for me. So Nate Wiggins. I'm very intrigued to know if people can like hit us in the comments with this one. I gotta know if it's just a rotation thing. I know he's a starter. He had the injuries like clearly in the preseason. I expected to see him out there more.
I think it's first week stuff too.
He's young, too.
I think they're working a lot for it because I did see him in some rotations later.
Yeah, he was in the game all. He was in there off and on.
Yeah,
he's on
so
special
just
teams.
figuring out the rotation.
And he could be nursing something potentially. We don't because remember he did. He had a little bit.
He had
of
the
issue.
shoulder issue in
so.
that first game. So hopefully we see him more. But ultimately we got to get better with not straying away from that run, bro.
Yeah.
We paid that man. We paying that man 2 years, $16 million right now, yo. Derrick Henry. Why did we get him if we're not gonna run with him?
It's 16
Like,
to
yo,
18.
after the last 2
16.
seasons, though,
16, okay.
after the last 2 seasons, the Ravens should realize it's okay on the field to not be sexy, yo. Just run the clock out and
What
run
made
the
it so
ball.
frustrating was
tire
it
out
was
the
like-
defenses.
It was over 10 minutes left in that third quarter,
it's
and
like,
we started throwing the ball.
It was wilding,
Yeah,
and it
they're-
wasn't
they're-
getting blown
they're
out.
like a little
We was
big
down
screen.
10 points.
Remember
Yeah.
they kept throwing like random screens. I'm like, yo,
Run the ball.
enough.
Run
That
the
hasn't
ball.
worked all game.
But you know
Enough.
who was after what Lamar was like, yeah, I'm just going to tuck
Run the ball.
Like we're
Nah,
gonna tuck
that's
and
not
run
open.
this joint, man.
That shows you right there, running the ball, bro. You got that option. You could do the read option as far as or the run pass option if you want to do that. So you had a Zay over there in the corner if you want to dump it out there real quick, or you can run. We do not need to stop running the ball, bro. We need to run the ball.
Yeah. And I want to, I rarely do this on this platform, but I definitely want to give my public apology because y'all brought it to my attention.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all said on this platform, I said it.
You owe that, man.
I was gunning for you, Justice Hill. And you shook off, bro.
Oh,
You
yeah.
showed you deserve
Yeah,
to be
Mike
there,
tried to
yo.
get him-
You
cast
showed
him
you
off the
deserve to
ship,
be there.
yo.
I tried to cash you off the
You
ship.
need
yo.
that vet, man.
I got excited when I saw Derrick Henry and
He's still a
Keaton
little
Mitchell
shifty,
and
though.
all of them last year.
But
I was
Keaton
like,
not
I
here,
don't know.
yo.
Like, yeah.
And we don't know when we getting Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know when we getting Keaton, but last year I was
Can't
just
cast
on my
them
high
off until
horse,
you
yo.
get.
And he's our back. He's that third down guy that's gonna
Yeah.
get those dump down passes that we clearly saw in this game.
And he's showing now in these special team situations, he might be able to come up big in both ways. You really on like all that, like kickoff, kick return, punt, all that.
No, I like him in there at that running back position where he's at.
Yeah.
Catching those passes, those were crucial
do all of
passes
that,
that he
though.
caught it. Is he on special teams? I didn't see him on special teams.
No, he wasn't, but he could do
He's
kick
running
return
back.
easy.
Oh, he's a running back. He should be our running
Justice
back.
Hill used to do kick return sometime, right? Or punt return?
I think so.
Maybe I'm not.
I think
Maybe
they,
a while ago.
what I believe is they threw him in there here and there.
I might get cooked. The Schwab, tell me I'm wrong.
I
It's
think
okay.
he's a fantastic running back for
Yeah,
our
he could be
situation.
great in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah, he knows exactly where to be for that little dump down pass that Lamar need when he's getting flustered after the line then collapsed. Voorhees and all them getting pancake. But yeah, man, this is a tough L. What else do we have in this game?
I called the future.
What's that?
That likely shake off.
Oh yeah, the likely.
I should have started him on my fantasy team,
That
bro.
was a smart move. You
Oh my goodness, someone was telling me because last year he had some of them plays where I'm like, he's really athletic.
I'm gonna be honest.
He caught the ball and jumped over somebody and
I don't
flipped
even
out of
think.
bounds.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think Isaiah Likely predicted that he was gonna go off.
Bro, he shook off.
Today, that was nuts.
That was crazy.
That was nuts.
That was the Chiefs. That
That was
wasn't
nuts.
just a regular team.
That was nuts.
But that's showing what he can do. And not only, again, I just said it before the pod, but the extra effort plays. Like the one play, I can't remember who broke it to the outside on the left. He came up with the mean, menacing block. Then it was another one in like the third or fourth quarter where he really got a pancake out there. Like
50,
really,
I think it's like 56.
I'm
or
throwing
52
folks
or
right
something like
now.
that. He
And I
caught-
already got 100
He
yards.
almost threw someone through the turf.
He caught
Yeah,
wreck, bro.
I already have like 100 yards and I'm still
What
throwing
they used
people.
to say when we played Pop Warner football, this is full contact Pop
Yeah.
Warner football, people.
Yeah.
Yo, they did not want you out there
Yeah, if you
being
was soft,
timid.
yo,
none of
no,
that.
none
This
of
is
that
full
soft, yo,
contact.
yeah.
Full contact.
Likely you stepped up to the plate, bro. You look crazy, and I'm glad you're okay because I was scared when you fell down after that
Andrews,
attempt
man.
at the end of the game. Oh, and
I'm gonna find the video.
And
Last year was like, yo, Andrews, your time might be. There's a video on our page somewhere, yo. I'm telling you, yo. It's like, yo,
Brother.
Andrews might be.
and with
And we rock with Andrews heavy, but
and Logan
that fall he had.
that fall was crazy. We gotta talk about that.
But before the fall, the last shout out we got to give to Likely is he basically almost got us to tie the game too and caught a crazy ass.
Toe
I mean, a
length,
crazy behind pass in the end zone.
Boy, got them big
Bro,
boats.
the toe touch in the Dion's.
He needed the smaller
And
feet.
then, like Zay said, for a fourth down attempt in the fourth quarter, Andrews catches a ball with like 3 yards to go and just
It was
falls.
a third down attempt.
Third down.
Yeah, because it sent us to fourth down. We ended up getting
But
it.
it was like 3rd and 3, right? It was only like 3 or 4 yards.
All he needed.
Yeah.
And it was like he put it right
Yo.
on him for him to run perfectly
came like
like
this
3
one.
yards. He just fell.
Another alien Romulus
You
when he
got
takes
to
the disc
explain
out the
that.
net, yo.
You gotta explain that to
was
me, Andrews. I don't know what that was.
Yo,
That looked like
cramped up.
that was like you remember when Cam Newton didn't dive for the ball in the Super Bowl?
my
It felt reminiscent of that, yo.
Nah,
You don't make that play as a tight end. I don't care who is there on that side. You run into them.
Yeah,
You're
he-
gonna get the yards. There's no stopping you.
He
You
must
have the
caught a
momentum.
cramp in his calf muscle, yo.
Nigga went for the turn. That hip said no.
Yeah, yo.
He just went straight down. Like, what was that?
Yeah, you gotta drink some more
Couldn't believe that.
electrolyte Gatorade, yo. You gotta be loose, bro.
I'm happy
Like,
we went for it because I think that's where Henry ended up getting that like stiff arm run up the middle for like about 2-3 yards or something like
But
that.
one thing I will say is Andrews only had because he had that first down and then the one where he caught it and just fell. So he used to being warmed up and getting all them targets likely. So I think it's just going to be an adjustment period to becoming like not being the primary target because he's been there for like 3 years now. Like he been the guy we hit every play, yo.
I keep saying, I'm not saying he's gonna be. Listen, man, he's on the clock, man.
Get him out of here, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
The only reason
I don't think so.
Y'all
yet.
being
I don't think so.
intimidated.
The only reason because like the rest of
We
the
could
receivers
get
didn't
something
The only
show
reason,
that
the only
yet.
reason
Like,
I'm a little,
they still out top guys.
The only reason I mentioned it while the game is going on. The only reason I'll be a little worried is because he's coming from like was a lower body. It was the hip, right?
I believe so.
It was
It was
the hip.
a
Yeah,
leg in lower body.
Like, that's a
injury.
little, especially for a big tight end. That's a little shaky, yo. Like
reminiscent
Matter of fact,
Pitta.
maybe it wasn't a hip because I think Pitta was his hip.
we
And
got
I'm
love
mixing
for
them up.
Andrews, but a lower like.
Any kind of lower body injury on the tight end, multiple ones.
Well, I mean,
He,
Andrew's
he
still a Hall
came
of
back.
Famer, so he good.
came back at the end, but like, I don't know, man.
he wasn't himself then.
Listen,
he came
man.
back when he was still hurt when he came back last year. So
We're gonna see, because maybe they gotta, like you said, I will say maybe they gotta just in general. I don't expect him to do with the things that Likely was doing some of these things last year. He was shaking off on games
Bro,
last year.
I keep saying the game when he caught. I think it was against the Bengals. He caught one and jumped over.
yeah,
somebody.
he tried to. I think he did it a few times last year.
Yeah, he literally
Yeah.
jumped over.
he was
Somebody.
actually kind of getting known for that. For a
Yeah.
second.
So their whole thing is they gotta figure out if Andrews is slowing down a little bit. They just gotta figure out ways to work him. They got it's so early
Have
in the
him be
season,
that tight
yo.
end that comes in when he in
So
motion and
early.
he just like kind of assisting with a block or he gonna go out on another elaborate scheme where it's like if we gonna run 36 screens, have Andrews in motion going to go block somebody out there.
Bro.
We did 30 of them today.
They look like it.
Matter of fact, let's give Zay Likely some.
No, Zay, you look like a man out there too, bro.
He didn't get
but some of those schemes they ain't scheme you up right.
A completely berserk, but you could see you could feel his confidence, and he should have had a touchdown at the end.
That last one was so bad. Man.
Oh
yeah,
Aguilar missed the block early.
Oh yeah. Oh my, you almost forgot.
I did forget.
For about 60 yards.
Man,
yeah, I was like, bro, he's right there.
Man, that was the best
first
screen
I was
call.
like, why did they throw it over there? Then I saw him like sagging over, and I'm like, he just didn't make it.
And on the replay, it was hard. They had him crouching down behind the lineman. If Aguilar just a little chip.
Yeah.
Don't need you to
It's Zay Likely. I mean, it's not Zay Likely. It's Zay Flowers.
Zay
If he just get a little
Flowers
chip, he might have been taking that to the house.
I just need you to disrupt the movement of the momentum a little bit, but he didn't even do that. He couldn't even get in front of him.
There was a lot of but still
might have been
I'm gonna call it first game jitters.
We're not gonna go there.
It's still first game jitters.
We're not gonna put the bad energy out there.
It's first game jitters. It's first game jitters.
This is podcast.
No, all this is first game jitters. We not doing that. We let the Ravens. This is first game jitters.
Hey,
we not causing no locker room.
We keeping an eye on it.
I'm gonna watch. You gonna have somebody.
He only had one catch today. Nelson Aguilar might have been a little tight. So.
Yo, try and build it up. Like, what's the show on Netflix? That's Wild Dramatic with the black dude.
You gotta sell the drama, yo.
Wild
People
dramatic.
love drama.
Yo, it's not that. Yo, Aguilar, just make that block next time, dog.
Please, bro. But no, overtime, overall, the penalties.
They
that
weird.
Today.
So what is that thing with Stanley that he kept getting with the
formation?
Lineup? He
Line.
got that. Did they call that on him 5 times? 4 times?
I think it was at least.
It was 4 for sure. I know, but it might have been one more in the 4th.
And it's so confusing because it was only him that got the call.
Because at first we was like, oh, they not calling on them at all. But I'm like, yo, nobody on either team.
Yeah.
Not even on the Ravens. It wasn't like it was the other guy tagging.
And then I think Bateman got one too, but he just wasn't lined up.
But was it because his left foot was back so far, or his head? He wasn't close enough to the line of scrimmage? Or?
He was a little bit further back.
Yeah, on the guard. I think he was supposed to be like almost lined up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Hit us in the comments.
So why wasn't he?
But we don't know. We don't know.
Coaching. This is a coaching thing. If there are changes to the rules, the players need to know that. That needs to then be put into the game planning during the time that you're in training camp.
Technically, that's not a new rule. They just emphasizing not allowing it.
But if they know that they tell them that they're gonna be honing in on these things.
That feels like
in these meetings.
But my whole thing is, he's a vet.
Yes.
If it was anybody
that means he
else,
might have been cheating this whole time. So was he really as nice as he was?
I don't know, man. That was looking kind of shaky.
Yeah. I had to call out all the hypocrisy too on the weird calls. I forgot about one, yo. You remember when Linderbaum got that holding penalty, and it was like a light graze.
We scored on that drive
of the chest.
That was
like
crazy.
he literally was inside blocking him, and the guy runs off, and his hand goes like this across his jersey.
Y'all know that wasn't.
Did the rope? Hold on.
I was like, huh?
Did the Roquan?
That was the 3rd quarter.
When was the Roquan hit out of bounds? Was that before? Or after
Roquan was wild.
I think it was after.
That might have been a makeup. That might have been a makeup call, letting Roquan tackle somebody's knees.
That was kind of crazy, yo.
And it was like Pat Mahomes.
And it wasn't somebody. It was Pat Mahomes.
Bro, I was shocked they didn't call
I was so
That was
surprised.
wild. Kansas City
Honestly,
fans, I understand that was wild.
We got away with
so
that one, yo.
Shocked,
we got away.
But they had a number of just and that's what
Marcus
killed them in
Williams.
last year. Marcus Williams, the
hit out of bounds,
unnecessary. Bateman had the offsides?
The formation.
No. Bateman had a holding,
and he had a holding
that killed. Like
that was
the
unnecessary.
Drive. Yes, mad unnecessary. Like it was just. Listen, you're gonna get a penalty. You're gonna get some penalties. Of course, you don't want to get a load of them, but like some of them just like at the wrong time.
Oh,
just the wrong time, yo.
Other thing that really bothered me: the loss of timeouts early in the third quarter.
Like, yo, that's like normal coaching stuff you gotta really focus on, bro.
How do you
That's
let
like
that
normal NFL coaching stuff, especially against a good team that y'all know y'all both got each other's number.
That's unacceptable.
And you want to know why it's so unacceptable? Because it always, especially in tight and weird games and tough opponents, comes down to the end.
Always does.
And what happened if they would have had? Listen,
if
because
we had 2 of those timeouts,
yes, because they
we
only
would've been
used
good.
one of the 3 to stop them on the KC's last drive, and it was around 2 minutes or whatever they had.
We had
so
2
they
minutes
would have had
when
2
we got the ball.
more timeouts.
We'd have had essentially 3 timeouts.
So even if they ran everything how they did to get all the way down the field and didn't use any, and they probably would have, but let's say they didn't. When it was 20 seconds and under there, whatever it was, they could have took more of their time.
Yep.
Lamar still got to be composed and make a couple of those throws and not put Likely in a weird position as well with that one throw. But maybe, it's a little bit, we got to get it done.
Draw. Your
You
playbook
settle
opens
that.
up.
You open the play. Yeah,
Your
you settle
playbook
them
opens
down.
up more when you got those timeouts left. We had none.
Because Andy Reid.
And you could have
down in
slowed it
there.
down for Lamar so you don't got to run and do everything
Exactly.
in 10 seconds.
And
at
he
the end of
stayed
the game.
composed.
Yeah.
He did his thing for the
Because
as
even
best
for
he could.
even for the way we lost, granted, you should have made that throw before the likely one.
It was
The
2.
Zay
It was 2 of
Flowers.
them. Zay and Mike.
No, it was the Zay and then the likely, and then it was the likely that was the out of bounds, right?
Yeah.
But they was all great attempts, but it's just like, it's all just first game jitters. Because I really can't slander Lamar, because Lamar did have an excellent game.
Bro, they wouldn't have been in the game.
Yeah,
He
he
got
had
me
an
about
excellent
25
game.
points on
Yeah, I sound
27
crazy
on
even
fantasy.
even acting like
respect
any
it.
other quarterback.
And he put his
could've made it
body
like
out
that.
there a lot
Yeah.
for that team.
Absolutely. He actually ran into the
And he's
linebackers at one point.
fast.
He
going
rolled
out
a
of
couple
bounds.
people over.
Trucking people.
At lighter Lamar rolled a
He
couple
might not be
people
weak,
over,
yo. He lost weight, but he ain't weak.
He
son.
wanna be strong,
and he
yo.
has the swaggiest mid-game joint when they showing his stats and everything. My man.
Oh yeah,
Lamar
that
just
joint was
like
crazy.
this, yo.
Oh,
And
the
he had
picture
the-
they
he had-
show?
he
Yeah,
had
the
the
old
front
video?
out too. Yeah.
Nobody else is cool like that, yo.
Tough.
I said
Y'all know that.
a dual wielding MVP.
What's the name? Bateman. He had his little issues with some of the things as far as penalties we talked about earlier. But I want to
Give him his love. That catch at the end was crazy.
Catch
It
at
was.
the end was crazy.
It
That
was.
catch at the end was crazy, man.
It was.
crazy.
I respect it. Because
Hey,
I was
what-
getting on you because I didn't hear your name a lot in the beginning.
was-
That first half, I didn't hear your name at all, I don't think. So,
I hate to sound overly critical though, but like I don't know why I felt like before or maybe he was just a crafty route runner. I just thought he was a little bit faster than that. Cause it's like some routes like I be thinking like they lead him a little bit further because they either assume he's faster than he is or the pill is just not there or I don't know, but.
I mean, he
I feel
got
like
down
he
the field
it
on
looked
that.
like he lost a step.
The only thing I will say
I
is
don't think he
he
did.
has been a
I
little
think Lamar was
banged
just
up,
off.
so maybe
Yeah, maybe
you
that.
gotta realize too, Lamar, he
And
don't
it's
play
week
in
one.
the preseason.
It's week one. It's week one.
it is that's
It's
the
week one.
preseason thing is a real
week one.
deal.
He does not play in the preseason.
But
at all.
also, we always just look at one side. That team is scheming up, man. There was safeties over the top on a lot of that stuff. Like
And that DBs was menacing last year. That's why we
even
lost.
even the one where it was up the left sideline when we was talking about Lamar kind of you was during the game we was like talking about how he missed it. I'm like he really couldn't have thrown it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he
you're
throws
right.
it a little bit further, the safety
right.
was coming
You're right.
right across, and the
was a
DB
pick.
that was on him, he defended the hell out. That was a great
right.
D. Like he
You
was
remember
on
when
his hip the
Collinsworth
entire time.
tried to call and say
Yeah.
that he missed the throw? That was clearly an interception.
Oh yeah,
if he would've threw
It
it.
was a dump down.
Chris Collinsworth, don't do that,
Yeah.
yo. Don't do that,
Yeah,
son.
that was wild. yo.
Don't do that. That was not a bad pass. I mean, that was not a
That's
missed
like an
pass.
interception if you
That would have been an
joint.
extra pick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I think y'all was right with y'all prediction on Trent Simpson as well, because he had the half sack. Like I think that was like
Early in the
the
game.
second or third defensive play of the game.
It was early.
And then he got that deflection.
The deflection
at
up the
end
middle of the
game when
field.
I thought he was gonna catch the pick.
And they kept getting that middle joint. He
Fire.
shot one. That was a big one because
Fire.
they was about to charge down the field again. And I think the rest of the field, the middle of the field was going to be open. Even, I don't know if he got a touchdown or not, but it looked like he was going to get another big chunk of yards on that joint. They was talking about his physical gifts. Like he that boy, man, he can do. He's athletic and he hungry. You could tell that much. And then of course, but he had one more joint. He had another
He had
play.
another nice tackle too.
Yeah, it was something else he had did. Then he got the tip pass on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
To end that drive, basically.
that's what he was talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
that's what- yeah.
No, I thought you were talking about the one down the. Remember the middle route?
Yeah, he did.
They stopped early in the
Oh,
early
yeah.
half.
He
Yeah.
had
I'm talking
two
about
of
that-
And they
that
kept
one at
cooking
the
it.
end.
They was
was
cooking
talking
the
about
Ravens
the
in the
bat
middle,
down.
and he swatted
That
that
bat
joint down.
down,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a
Nah, he was
field.
shaking off out there. He was
What
shaking
made that
off.
bat down so big was the fact that Mahomes did a no-look pass for it. So that means he's been watching
been
some
watching,
things. He's
yeah.
been watching tendencies. He was like, oh, he's about to throw it. He seen him looking over there. He just jumped. My boy got that
In
athleticism.
the film room, yeah.
I like it. If you match that athleticism with now understanding gameplay, oh man.
Yeah.
He had 5 tackles.
5?
The 5 tackles and a half sack.
I saw the half sack.
Boy, it says 1 pass deflection. I could have sworn.
It should have been 2. Because he definitely had that one on Rishi Rice, I think, coming across the middle on a slant. And he had that one at the end where he deflected it. So
Nate Wiggins looked aggressive too. Marlon Humphreys had, not Marlon Humphreys. Marlon Humphreys. Kyle Hamilton looked aggressive. They just didn't have a lot of stuff that way. Marlon Humphreys did have a good play at the end, but then he had a very bad one where he kind of cheated.
I can't believe I forgot about the Marlon
he cheated. He cheated, and it was just like a touchdown.
I think he thought it was a safety over.
That's what it was. It was a blown.
I'm tripping. My bad, Marlo. My bad, Marlo.
Rich did. I forgot about it, man. That was
it should have been somebody over the top.
He should have had some.
Well, depending on what.
It depends on what we don't know what was called. So like,
because he might have been.
He might have been cheating.
Experts tell us, since you know so much.
But Worthy wasn't, and Mahomes ain't miss it. So
yeah, you can't do that to Worthy. Yo, that's the
not for Worthy and Mahomes. You got to be on Worthy. Worthy ran a 4.2, son, 4.25 or something like that.
Yeah, of course they let him fall to the Chiefs.
Boy, too fast, bro.
How y'all see? What are these other teams doing? Yo? How do you let him go to the Chiefs?
How the hell did they let him get?
That's crazy, yo.
The Chiefs, dog.
But we gonna be alright, yo.
But the DBs, Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton was out there. He was heat seeking at times because he set the tone because they looked like they was going to try to take
somebody
off.
In the beginning.
It was
the
one jump in the middle.
He was the first person there.
Yeah, and that kind of like seemed like it settled everything down, yo. Like because it was looking a little shaky until he kind of woke up a little bit. He's been battling a few things, but he looked good. That's why I say first week jitters too, because in the second quarter I remember it was one where they hit like a little like light, like it was like the running back just went out for like a light little screen. And Roquan was there, but he kind of over pursued it, so he kind of fell to the side, and the next guy got him. But I knew if Roquan would have flattened him right there for like a yard or less, that would have had us like, all right, let's get aggressive.
We just gotta get our feet under us.
Let's get aggressive.
It's a good first game. We got a long time in between the next game. Well, the next game is the following Sunday, right?
Yes.
So we got a good little time in between. Rest up, figure things out. We just gotta get clicking.
Let's lock in, yo.
Yeah.
And interior line, let's lock in, bro.
Yeah.
Linebackers, let's lock in, bro. Outside of that, let's lock in, bro.
Oh, and health too, man. Hopefully Kyle Van Noy comes back.
Prayers up for Kyle Van Noy. It looked kind of weird with like him over the eye.
Orbital or nothing like that.
Orbital bone
Hopefully
type
not.
weirdness.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I saw because our therapist was over there like this. Like I'm like,
It might
that's
be over
weird.
for him.
Because what's my man Harrison? Number 40.
Barbecue chicken.
My goodness.
Now we're gonna give him some grace. He was out there sticking some
You're
very fast receivers.
Very fast receiver. But boy.
Yo, that one play, he dove and was nowhere near Pachenko. He just straight gave him the boom, boom, boom. Yo said it.
Danced on him. Said, oh, I want to dance with somebody. Yo, I want to feel the heat with somebody. Danced on that man, yo. Yeah, God damn it.
He shook off on him, bro.
Yo, that was bad, bro.
My man was on both knees.
We trying to give a little bit of rope this year before we start saying you gotta be out. Anybody gotta be out.
Listen, man, it was game one.
Be kind this year,
but off camera, we was saying it. Yo, I got about 4 or 5 of y'all off the team already.
We gonna be eyeing that trade deadline hard this year.
What? Get y'all out of here.
We need to win, bro, by all means.
Yeah, but it was, overall, we just hopefully push forward, started
we will push forward. We're gonna be super duper nice. I'm never mind. I don't want it because I feel like me being so because I'm extremely confident about this season. But I think we still gonna be ridiculously nice. So let's just
I said overall, you had these people out here talking about, I saw it on several joints. I saw one person start the narrative. And it was like on TV, but it's like it's a must win for the Ravens. Psychologically, if they don't do it, it's a must win. Is they done? It's like, dog. I watched that game. We watched that game, yo.
Yeah, stop it, yo.
It was a toe length away from tying it up, yo.
I would admit that though, as a Ravens fan.
And anybody who's rooting for him, there was a lot to feel good about in that joint. And one of the things is, yes, the Chiefs got to 27, but like Patrick Mahomes, there's certain teams, man, he would be just carving up. Like they
especially with those weapons.
They don't allow the Chiefs to get out of range. So they kind of got they know a little something about
how to figure it out.
So it's just about
we know what it is, bro. You gotta run the rock.
That too. Because they kept giving them possessions that they should not have had necessarily.
The first drive, we had the ball. It was 8 minutes left in the first quarter, fam. Run the rock. No, they don't have the rock.
Instead of throwing 37 screens. Like, it was a lot of scenarios, like, on the first down, instead of, like, having Zay Flowers just go out where it was mad
Monkey,
traffic.
Overthinking things, brother.
Like, bro, just
God
run
damn it, Monkin.
Run
the rock.
We just ran the ball in the very beginning of the first quarter.
got to grab somebody by the back. It ain't that. Mm-hmm. But overall, like, that defense look all right. Owe, Ajabo.
Especially that front.
Ajabo looked real good.
Pierce was looking strong in a few plays.
Owe even had
Namdi at a BK.
Yeah, shout out to Namdi.
Was looking. He had some good because eventually that line started getting a little bit of that D line started.
And what's the name's pocket presence? 99. It's got to be a 99 on Madden. Mahomes.
Yeah, it is.
So. A lot of the quarterbacks would be sacked when they was getting back there.
He just knows exactly. He like how Aaron Rodgers was that year when they won the Super Bowl, where he just knows exactly when to step up in the pocket. Yeah. It's like, all right,
and when to take off, and when to hurry up and get that ball.
Because most people just keep going back. He like, I can step up and just get an easy step and throw.
Man.
So, but yeah, overall, man, like, it's a lot to take. It's a first game. That line. I'm saying it now. I'm expecting them to get better.
Yeah, they gonna get
the
better.
Line get better because they didn't look atrocious in that second half. And Lamar was, and of course, they knew they had to throw it, so they wasn't putting as much pressure. But they tried to apply some here and there. Lamar was, had a little bit of time to move and dance. That's how they was almost got that touchdown.
Just remember this offensive line. We don't need y'all pancaking people and doing everything.
They don't need the Cowboys line for like 6 years ago.
We just need you to be serviceable.
3 to 4 seconds.
Get in front of your man, move him out the way a little bit. That's it.
3 to 4
I don't need you to do anything else. The speed back there and the power back there gonna get us through it all,
Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly. So
another week,
on the next week,
man. I can't wait to see y'all next week.
Home game.
Home opener.
I can't wait.
Pray for them.
We'll be down there. I'll be down there.
I'm down there.
Zay and I'll be down there. If y'all see us again, yell Coach Class and we'll hear you. Or Ravens Huddle. Yell one of them.
Huddle up.
The huddle up will work. Huddle up will work.